Have you ever asked yourself, why am I still here? Still breathing, still able to see the morning sun, while someone else left too soon? Venerable Tuyen Han opened the Day 70 Dharma talk of Walk for Peace with an image that makes anyone listening fall silent. The human body is as rare as a blind turtle that surfaces only once every 100 years, and at that exact moment must put its head through the hole of a rotten log drifting in the vast ocean. That means being born human is not something ordinary. It is an extremely rare gift. Then the Venerable spoke directly about what we often try to avoid. The crises, illnesses, and breakups happening now are not random. They are like seeds planted long ago, sometimes across many lives. When conditions are sufficient, the fruit ripens. When the result has reached its time, even if we beg, run away, or try every way to avoid it, we still have to face it. But hearing this is not to make us afraid. It is to wake us up. Since this human life is precious, use today to live rightly, to transform, instead of blaming and repeating old karma. And once we look straight at that truth, Venerable Tuyen Han offers a doorway to step out of the chains. Forgiveness meditation. The Venerable says some suffering is not because life is too heavy, but because we are tightly binding ourselves with hatred, self-blame, and old stories. Forgiveness is not letting it pass so that the other person is right, but giving freedom back to ourselves. The first step is very hard but very real. Sincerely apologize to those we have hurt, through words, actions, or even careless thoughts. Then the next step is no less difficult. Let go of hatred toward others, because holding it only makes our hearts tired. The Venerable emphasizes something that sounds simple but is the key. No one can heal our mental wounds except ourselves. Yes, inside each person is an inner child that has been abandoned for far too long. It does not need lofty teachings. It only needs you to hold it and say, I'm sorry for leaving you. When you begin to forgive, the first chain will fall away on its own. Then, Venerable Tuyen Han touches something that makes many people choke up. A parent's love is as vast as the ocean, while a child's love is sometimes only as small as a dewdrop. Parents can wait for their child at the dinner table. You sit quietly at the porch, looking down the lane just to hope to hear familiar footsteps. But ironically, we often show up immediately when friends call, when work needs us, when the fun begins. While with our parents, we postpone it to another day. The Venerable reminds us, our parents' blood flows in us, meaning we carry that grace and sacrifice every single day. Returning to recognize that, sincerely asking for forgiveness, saying one sentence, I'm grateful, can be an important step to reconnect with our roots and live more deeply. If you've watched up to here, do one small thing today. Send your father or mother one message. I miss you, Dad/Mom. I'm grateful. And if you want me to make more videos with specific practices about filial piety and healing, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, I want to return, so I know you're walking with me. And then the Venerable brings the teaching back to something you can do right now. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is introduced as the key that opens the box of peace we have hidden too tightly. It means giving your full attention to this moment, eating and only knowing you are eating, listening and only knowing you are listening, so the mind is no longer dragged by worries about the future or regrets about the past. The Venerable warns that when we are not awake, we let other people control our emotions. A single word, a single look, a single message can pull us into anger, fear, or sadness, and before we realize it, we have handed the steering wheel to someone else. He uses a sharp image. It is like grabbing the blade of a knife. If we do not have skillful practice, we will injure ourselves. Mindfulness is that skill. It helps us notice the moment the mind tightens, the moment the body reacts, the moment a harsh thought appears, so we can pause, breathe, see, and choose a wiser response. In that pause, peace becomes possible, not as an idea, but as a lived experience. And finally, Venerable Tuenan concludes with something very clear. World peace can only be present when each person has peace in the heart, and each family has peace at home. Don't wait for the world to change and then become calm. Begin today, right in your own rhythm of life. The Venerable advises everyone to accompany the Sangha in awareness. Keep your promise to yourself and practice steadily. You can practice simply like this for 7 days. Every morning when you wake up, write one sentence and declare, "Today I choose peace." Then sit still for 3 minutes and follow your breath. During the day, practice mindfulness in one small thing. Drink water knowing you're drinking. Walk knowing you're walking. Say one kind sentence instead of hatred. When adversity comes, I'll learn to turn a lemon or bitter melon into something useful. Don't throw angry energy into space. If you want me to make a detailed step-by-step video for this 7-day practice, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. Comment 7 days of peace, and I will send you the practice schedule.